Hello again, everyone. Hope you are well on this Wednesday, late afternoon. It is partly cloudy, not quite as hot today. Reading 85 degrees right now. It feels like a cooling trend right now compared to what it's been. I'm ready for fall already. I'm ready. Ready for lower temperatures, football, leaves turning, all that good stuff. But I know, got a little ways to go. Stock up on groceries, your essential items, as soon as possible, or backfill them. I'll go into that and why. I'm going to go into two other things really quick. First, I have a terrific passage I will share with you from the Bible. That is something you may have already heard, you may have not, but it's a good one. So stay tuned for that. It will greatly encourage you. I promise it will encourage you. And we always need that, right? We all need that. We all do. I've been noticing friends. I've had some close friends and some old friends that I've known for a long time. I haven't really seen them recently necessarily, but that I've known for a long time pass or have spouses that have passed. And in almost every case, it's cancer. In some cases, it's a really quick, aggressive cancer. And in some cases, it's just like this latest one, it's a long-term one. And it's not just one or two. It's been quite a few in the last few months. And the most recent one is in hospice now and has battled it for a long time. And, you know, a long fight, y'all. Our age, or maybe just a tad younger than Ms. Dog and I. But get your screenings, get your checkups, get your blood work done, y'all. Go to the dentist. Get your cleanings. Just take care of ourselves. Let's do the best we can on our nutrition, our eating, what we put inside our bodies, and let's keep moving. You don't necessarily have to run the half marathon. If you can, that's awesome. But if you are getting a lot of steps in or increasing that, Ms. Dog and I are working on that. We're really, right now, that's kind of second phase. We're already doing a little bit of that, but right now we're cutting out certain things like sodas. And I'm going on week 2. No soda, no diet, no regular, no nothing, no soda at all. It's just bad, it's bad stuff. So, cold turkey, water, coffee. That's pretty much it, but no soda. So that is one thing. But, you know, whatever works for you to improve or get moving or exercise, you know. So let's work on that. Let's pay attention to it, because as we get older, I know as I've gotten older, and I know Ms. Dog same way, we notice more of our friends or our acquaintances, people we know for a long time, are being affected by this more and more. And that's part of growing older, I know. But let's take care of ourselves too. Getting chatter about some big arrests that are coming soon, especially related to this Russiagate thing that Tulsi Gabbard's been working on, and she's pushed a lot of evidence towards the DOJ and incriminating the Obama and the administration that he led. So we'll see. Made it sound like something was imminent, but I'm just being honest when I say I believe it when I see it. I mean, I hope so. So we'll see what happens, right? Okay, stock up, y'all. I've been getting, and I was going to do a video on this a lot sooner, but I wanted to give it a little more time and just see how things are going. But I'm seeing videos, I'm hearing from other people that and we're seeing it too, of course, we have to eat, that grocery prices are really taking a sharp turn up. And I don't think it's necessarily the tariffs, or at least that hasn't even taken effect yet. Or it may have started, but I'm unclear in my research whether the tariffs are really to blame on this. It may end up being part of the reason, but the things that I'm hearing most, and that we're seeing as well, Wal-Mart and COSTCO, especially COSTCO, well, both of them. And it's not just them, it's others, but these are the two that are really getting mentioned a lot out there in social media and all the chatter going on. But I would take a look at your stock, y'all. Stock up bulk items, your common everyday items that you use, okay? I know everybody's budget's different, but as you're able, especially if you see a BOGO or a deal or temporary price drop, whatever, you know you're going to need it. Stock up extra on it. It'll help. You know, it's a hedge. It's a bit of a hedge on this inflation. That's what this is, inflation. But beef, coffee, everyday essential items. Now, at COSTCO, I'll talk about them first. From other videos that I'm seeing and from insiders, people that work there are telling me that most commonly, as far as all their items are going up, but the ones that are most noticeable by their customers are the beef, so your meat, especially beef, and coffee. As far as the most sharp, the sharp increases. In a lot of cases, 25% up. And in many cases, 20 to 25% higher price in a 2-week span, y'all. Over 2 weeks. 4-pack of steaks, over $60. Prime rib, $140 for 1 pack. 1 loin, however you say it. Coffee, Folgers coffee. This the tub of the Folgers, $17.49, and that was $11.99, $12 just a month or so ago. Same with Walmart. Coffee, meat, and their everyday essential items. Some of those have gone up as much as 50%, y'all. Quickly. Now, my concern is this is only the beginning, and that it's just going to really take a sharp turn, y'all. It's not just tariffs. It's just inflation, y'all. I mean, it's not necessarily just, you can't really pin it on one specific person or even one administration. This has been building up for a number of years, and especially over the last 4 to 5 years, it's really taken an upward turn, and I think it's going to increase even quicker. I think. Seems like the dollar is devalued even more and more every dang month. Our purchasing power is diminishing. Even if your salary is increasing a bit or you get little raises here and there, but it's nowhere near enough to keep up. So you're still paying more and more. Ms. Dog and I make a game of it. It's funny, not funny, one of those funny, not funny things. But we make a game of it when we go to the store and we're buying stuff. When it's getting checked out, and the prices are coming up and everything, and you're watching it in horror, we make a game out of trying to guess what, like, the price is right. Like, who can come the closest to guessing what the total bill is going to be? I'm usually closer, But the last time or two, Miss Dog's been closer. Shocking. I'm like, dang. Sometimes the cashier person will kind of get a chuckle out of it. Sometimes they don't. But, and the cashier person will usually say, I know, I'm dealing with it too. I buy groceries too, and I hear it from everybody. The shock, the horror. Meat, toiletries, coffee, oils, olive oil, paper products, paper plates, that kind of stuff. Even into appliances, clothing, are all things that are mentioned, among other things that are mentioned as far as these sharp price increases, y'all. If you see a bulk buy deal, get it on your common items, because I don't think this is going to stop anytime soon. Now, on gasoline, I will say, I know here at least, it's kind of holding steady. It went, I get Quick Trip typically, and I buy it in Athens where I work because it's cheaper there than it is where we live. And it's $2.64, $2.65 right now a gallon. That's about the best I can find it. Now there are some stations that are as low as $2.50 or so, but they're no-name gas stations. I don't know where they're getting it. I don't know. I'm buying it. I only buy gas that's top tier rated. Okay. And that's the cheapest I've found as far as top tier guaranteed gasoline around here, $2.64 at the Quick Trip. By the way, their coffee's pretty good too. And it's not super high priced either. It's not like, like these coffee shops and stuff. Nothing wrong with that. Hey, it's a treat. Do it. But stock up, freeze it, can it, stock up on canned stuff, dehydrate, whatever you do, whatever you can do. Maybe learn how. Miss Dog can can. We stock canned stuff. We dehydrate. We freeze. We do a little bit of all of it. It's varied, depending on what it is. But it's kind of alarming. And we've noticed it too ourselves going to the store. And we don't just do one store. We do several, depending on where we are, depending on what we need. We try to be strategic. And we're not buying, we're buying a lot less, at least, of the high processed, the packaged, the box stuff. We don't really get much of that anymore. It's stuff you can make meals out of. You can stretch further. The ingredients that you can make meals yourself. That's what we need to concentrate on. Save your leftovers. Freeze them. Don't waste anything. Don't waste any food. I know many of you are probably preaching to the choir. I get it. Pass this on to other folks if they can benefit from this. Share it with them. Share this information with them. Maybe it's a hedge. I don't know. What do you guys do? What do you think? Share your thoughts. Are you doing anything different? I'm going to do a passage. It is, let's see, we are in Ephesians. This is a really good one of my favorites. Ephesians, let's see, chapter 6. Yep, chapter 6, verse 12. Of course, you know me. You've met me here. I don't just typically do one verse. I kind of do a little around it too. So I'm going to do, starting with chapter 6, verse 10, the armor of God. Finally, be strong in the Lord and in strength of his might. Put on the full armor of God so that you will be able to stand firm against the schemes of the devil. For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the powers, against the world forces of this darkness, against the spiritual forces of wickedness in the heavenly places. Therefore, take up the full armor of God, so that you will be able to resist on the evil day, and having done everything, to stand firm. Stand firm. Amen. Full armor of God. When we commit ourselves to our faith, to accept Jesus as our Savior, you have become a target of the evil forces. You know this. This is a reminder. Or if you're new to the faith, you have become a target now. This is a fact. Just accept that and embrace it. It's part of having the faith. And to me, it strengthens my faith. When being attacked, it just bolsters my faith. So, and it's also very tempting to lash out. If you're being attacked, however that looks, it can look different. It's easy. It's very to have that quick reaction, to lash back out. But we need to check ourselves. Now, I'm not saying don't defend yourself now. Okay. I'm not, or to be a doormat. I'm not saying that. But at the same time, let's be ourselves. Especially like with, if it's not a physical attack, I'm not talking about that necessarily, but be ourselves in just everyday life. When we go about our business, let's be ourselves. Don't be like them. If you're observing this evil behavior and this negative behavior by today's worldly standards has become the norm, and it's even been celebrated. That don't mean we have to do it. We don't have to do that. We don't want to do that. We want to stand firm in the faith. So we're going to look different. That's okay. That's what we're supposed to do. So just be ourselves. Be that light. Be the light. Love others. You may not get it back. That's okay. Just be yourself. I hope that made sense. Again, share your thoughts. Stay alert. Stay alert. Stay prepared. Stay close to Jesus. God bless y'all. See you soon.